Welcome back everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make Korean style beef ribs. All right, now there's heaps of different recipes and methods for the marinade, but for this recipe, we're going to be starting with a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of mirin, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of sesame oil, a teaspoon of honey, 2 teaspoons of cracked black pepper, half a small brown onion. I've got about a 3/4 inch chunk of ginger, 5 large cloves of garlic, and lastly, you can use an Asian pear. If you can't source them, a normal pear will do the trick. But today I'm going to be adding some pineapple. I've just added the equivalent of around 1 small pear. Now I'm using pineapple because we're going to be doing a short marinade today, and pineapple contains bromelain, which is a tenderizing agent, which is obviously going to help tenderize our beef ribs in that short marinade. So what we'll do now is blend this all together. All right, so our mixture is all blended up. Just to thin it down a little bit, I'm just going to add a splash of water. And now that is good to go. All right, so here are the beautiful ribs we picked up from our butcher at Austral Meat. As you can see, plenty of marbling in there. So these ribs have been cut across the bone. So I guess as you'd imagine, these ribs would have been something like this as a whole piece, obviously a lot wider, and then we would normally smoke them and slice with the bone. Now these are good to go. Personally, I don't mind leaving a bit more fat on them. So what I'm gonna do is get a container ready. We'll get a bit of this marinade in the bottom, and by all means, have a taste of the marinade and adjust it to your personal preference. Then we'll get these beautiful ribs in there. Get the rest of this marinade in. And now these are going to go into the fridge for around 4 hours. If you're using pineapple, you probably don't want to be marinating for much longer than 4 hours, otherwise you run the risk of over tenderizing your meat. But if you're using pear, I'd recommend marinating for 12 to 24 hours. So we'll get this in the fridge and come back soon. All right, our ribs have been marinating for a bit over 3 hours, and I can't wait any longer. So let's get some briquettes going. All right, so our briquettes are pretty much ready, so we'll dump them in. We'll spread them out nice and even. Just gonna lower the charcoal grate down one position as well. And we'll get our cooking grates on, give them a minute to heat up, then we'll come back to get these ribs on. All right, we are ready to get these ribs on. I'm just gonna let them drip off. Then we'll get them straight on the grill. Have a basting brush handy as well, because we're gonna be basting the ribs in all them juices. And we're gonna give these about 2 to 3 minutes per side. I want these to get nice and crispy. I'll be looking for some nice char on both sides. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Just gonna give these a turn. They are looking beautiful. Gonna lower that charcoal grate one more notch. Now we can give these a little baste. Now we're only getting some minor flare-ups. If you do get massive flare-ups, you can move your meat indirect. Or if you're using something like a rambler, you can lower your charcoal grate. You don't have that luxury in a lot of barbecues, so your best bet is to just leave a little space up one end or one side where you don't have any charcoal, so you can move your ribs indirect if you do get flare-ups. All right, and after about 3 minutes on each side, these are done. I'm not really looking for any particular internal temperature. Like I said, I'm just looking for some nice color and char. And all I'm gonna do to finish these off is sprinkle over some sesame seeds and some spring onion. And now we can taste. Beautiful tender bite, loads of flavour in there. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, there you have it, Korean style beef ribs. I'll put the recipe and everything we used down in the description for you to check out. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. Check out my YouTube memberships. That's the end of the video. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of those off camera. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.